Yay! I think I'm live. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Melissa, and then we have Sailor Tortilla. I think it's this way with the computer. And then we have Andres in the bottom. Um, Welcome. If you have found this video somehow, it's probably because you have seen our other shows for House of the Dragon. And now we're going to be covering Silo season 2 right here on this channel. And I'm super excited. I want to give major props to Silo for only making people wait 1 year between seasons. Because this new trend of waiting 2-3 years, I don't fuck with that. I'm just saying. Shout out to Apple TV. I like that. All right, Silo season 2, y'all. I just finished watching it. I was like super delayed. A lot going on this week. I guess I'll start out by asking you guys, how do you rate this episode? I know I didn't prep you before, but I'm asking you now. What should it be like silos, like 1 out of 5 silos? Because there's big circles all around on the fields now.
Yeah, I just want to know if we're keeping 5.
Yeah, I do better with like limited 1 through. So we'll keep it to 5. How many silos do you give it, Age?
I'm happy to jump right in.
Do it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll give it 2 silos out of 5 because 2 things happened.
Yes.
I was gonna give it the same. I was gonna give it the same exact score. 2 silos.
Yeah,
seems about right so far.
I don't blame you guys.
A very generous 2 silos.
Melissa?
I think I was gonna try to be the nice one and do 3, but I can't justify my 3 because it was like a pretty boring intro. But I'm thinking the fact that it's a season opener and they're trying to like get us back into it. So maybe that's why it's kind of slow and not much happened. So I can agree and understand y'all's silo scoring. Okay, I get it. Do you want to go a little bit more into why you scored it that low, Age, since you went first?
Sure. I mean, it's not that I didn't entertain it, but I did feel time. And I don't like feeling time, especially in like a episode 1. You're supposed to be excited. Like it starts with a very exciting, not exciting, but like she sees something crazy. And then the rest of the episode's like, I got to figure out how bridges work. I can't swim. Everything's hard.
Yeah.
I have so many questions, but we'll dive in.
Yes, we will dive in. I need to like download some information still because I did watch that recap that Apple made for people, but I don't remember every single thing from last season still, which is like I guess my bad. But like I forgot that like she's a person who knows how things work because she had a job at the silo where she makes the silo spin around. So she's kind of like scrappy and stuff like that. So I was like, all right, Rebecca Ferguson, you better figure out things in here. I'm kind of disappointed that we don't really see like a reaction of her seeing another silo for the first time. Like I would think this would blow her mind. I was wanting a bit more of like a holy crap. Like everything they told me is a complete lie. There's other silos. Is there other silos? This is a dead silo. There wasn't any reaction. I just felt like that didn't feel realistic enough for me. This is kind of a major thing in her life. Like her life was so small. Yeah.
I'm willing to accept though that remember she had the tape around the arm. There was kind of like a sense of like just get out of this poisoned air quickly. But yeah, like that shot of I guess we're just diving right in, but that shot of like all the dead bodies, that could have been at the end of season 1 and they chose to open season 2 with it. Like that's something that I saw that was a spoiler and I wondered about that choice. And now I don't wonder because it's like if you don't put that, this is the most boring opening of a season ever. The flashback, was it necessary? I don't know, but it was fun. It was certainly more fun than the rest of the episode.
Yeah, I appreciate like the flashback that showed us like what happened in that silo before, because or else, I mean, I don't know that it made that much of a difference, to be honest. They all died, right?
They did die.
Yeah. Melissa, to your point, the title of the episode was The Engineer. So it was all about like Rebecca Ferguson's character just kind of shimmying her way through this silo.
I had so many questions.
And we just kept kind of waiting for like something to happen, right? Like we knew something was going to happen at some point, and then about like halfway through the episode, we're like, "Oh, I see what they're doing. Something's going to happen right at the end." And I think that's what's like frustrating about it. Is like I had a similar frustration with like the season 1. To be honest, I felt like it was 10 episodes and it could have been a lot shorter. So the fact that it started off with like this kind of absurdly like stretching out like one thing for 45 minutes was very on brand.
If I had to compare season 1, episode 1 and season 2, episode 1, these may have not even like these are not even the same show. Different universe.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I didn't love the first episode of season 1. I actually had stopped, but then I kept hearing about it and I was like, okay, let me try it again. And then I got into it at episode 2 because it became like a murder mystery, which instantly intrigued me because I was like, what's happening? Why are people killing each other? Who's doing? You know, like it raised questions. Well, I want to dive into your questions, Age. Maybe we can like dive into them, see if we can answer them, or maybe they won't be answered till the end of the season. You know?
So well, spoiler, there's silly little Sailor Tortilla questions. So she was trying to get to that room that had light. You know, that was the only point of interest she had. She didn't want to go anywhere else. She just wanted to go down into the room with the light. And the whole time she's doing this, she's putting together her little contraption. It's very MacGyver. And I didn't realize that there was like a pre-made bridge on the other side. So for like a solid like 10 to 15 minutes of the episode that were devoted to this, I'm just like, but how is she gonna get back? Like she's gonna get there. Now it's crumbling. Oh no, maybe don't. And then you find out there's water there. I don't know. Silo.
How did she get out of the water again? Because she can't swim, right?
She floated on a suitcase.
Oh, convenience. Okay. Got it. Okay. Oh, I also had another comment. I didn't know that inside of the helmet, top waist can make your hair blonder. Did anybody else notice that?
She's blonder. Oh, really? I mean, I'll go back and watch. That's cool.
Blonder.
Her hair is lighter. And I'm like, how are you going to explain this? It was kind of like a...
I hope that's not just like a lazy thing of like, I'm not dyeing it.
It's science. Science fiction.
Toxic waste chemicals.
That's creative.
Yeah, I was like, that's kind of, it kind of stood out to me. I was like, she definitely looks a lot blonder in this one. For the, okay, I don't know where to start. I have a lot of like things happening in my brain. We open up with this rebellion. Okay. And then at the end, spoiler, we're going to spoil it. So if you're watching this, at the end, we do see a man. I wonder if that's a man that kind of like...
both things that happened in this episode.
Yes, we are.
Dude,
we will.
2 things. Open silo.
Is that a survivor?
Get in silo.
Do you think he's a survivor?
I actually maybe had a theory about it. I think he could be like the adult version of the kid from right at the beginning.
The kid.
Okay, yes. I did think about that too. Yes, there was a kid.
Did he have a funny eye?
But the kid went outside and then everybody died. So how did he survive?
Yeah, they like sent him away. Well, he could have stayed behind because everybody else ran to the top. Wait, hold on. I thought the kid was running away because they were going to flood the silo. I thought they were trying to save his life and they were going to commit suicide. And that wasn't it because I was on the cult. Like, this is a cult. They're going to kill themselves. Oh, no, never mind. So I don't know where the kid went. That makes sense. I need to see if he had a funny eye.
Oh, and I wonder if like the toxic chemicals made his eyes. Yeah, he had like 2 different color eyes.
He could be from a different silo.
She tries, possibly. See, but I wonder, are the other silos also abandoned and dead? What do you guys think?
I mean, it's
do you think the other silos
Schrodinger's silo?
I don't know. I hope they're not all like
the same way.
Abandoned.
Yeah, I kind of felt the same way that you said earlier, Melissa, where it's like she just went into this one and kind of like accepted that everyone is dead. Personally, like I just decided to accept where the show was going with it, but I feel like I would jump around and see like, is there any living Silo besides mine?
Yeah, exactly.
I think
I don't know.
just
Like,
running out of time.
Running out of
How
time.
much air did she have?
What do you mean?
How much air was
I
in
don't know.
her?
I was also
suit?
confused at that. Was she suffocating or something? Like she was limited on air?
She had like a, I think at the end, like the hole in her suit opened up because she started like patting it down. I don't know. When I was watching it, my husband had some questions about like what's she pouring on herself. I'm like, I don't know, anti-radiation stuff. I don't know. But like also, why did she do it when she's already like 30 stairs deep into the silo? If she brought radiation in, the radiation is in, dude. I don't know. I think I need things explained.
Yeah, the end of season 1, I forget exactly how everything happened, right? Because she had like the suit, and I think the suit was like poisoning her.
Hole. They cut a hole in the suit.
Wow, and we don't know what that spray does exactly. We don't know yet.
Oh, maybe that's what it was that she was putting on her head. It looked like Tang.
Like people's reactions from the silo that she left, but we don't really know what their reaction is.
That was a choice.
What are they seeing? Yeah. What are they seeing when she's going over the little crater thing? Like, huh?
Are they going to show up in the next episode? Are we going to see what's going on in the last silo?
I hope so. And I didn't even see any scenes for like upcoming, so I don't know what's coming.
I didn't either.
I should look that up though. I'm interested. I don't know. What else happened in this episode? Oh, you want to talk about? You have more questions, Age? Ask them. I want to see if I can answer.
Of questions quickly. Oh God!
Did anybody feel like anything interesting happened in any of those flashbacks that occurred?
All I know is it was like cops versus civvies.
No, I'm talking about like the flashbacks to when she was working.
Oh my God, that was so weird. Yeah. Did it feel like the studio was like, hold up, you got to put flashbacks here?
I mean, I'm assuming that flashbacks are going to have answers to things that we're going to ask later on, and then we'll remember, oh yeah, we saw that in the flashback, maybe. But I forgot why her and her father's relationship isn't good. Because I know that he's alive, but I don't remember why they're not close anymore. And the show reminded me that the mom
involved in the silo, like inner circle, right?
I don't remember.
I don't know, because in the flashbacks it makes it seem like she's like an orphan, but I know her dad's around, but they're not speaking, and I forgot why.
My whole thing about the flashbacks was all of the dialogue was really bad. It was like, this is going to be important to you in the future. Oh, remember this stairway, that stairway. I don't know.
Well, I remember from season 1, like some of the dialogue and some of the acting, specifically from like Common and some of the other supporting actors.
Oh no, Common's gonna show up again.
Really, really weak. But I am excited that the
awful
guy at the end, and
he was pretty bad. He was bad.
The guy at the end was Steve Zahn, who I do like. I had to look it up because I was like, is that Steve Zahn? He's a pretty good actor, so if he's in it, maybe the acting will kick up.
I know the face. Rebecca's great. What do you love Steve Zahn from? Like, from what other movie or show do you like him from?
Well, he was like big in like late 90s, early 2000s, like comedies and some random movies like Joyride with Paul Walker, but he's recently become like a little bit more serious actor. He was in season 1 of White Lotus and he was really good.
Oh, I did see that, but I don't remember him in it.
He's the dad.
Interesting.
Yes. Dad. I just pulled him up. That guy.
That dude. And then Tim Robbins is also in this. He didn't get killed off yet. He's there. Yes. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to see more of the silo, like more of his reaction, because he's like the guy with the secrets. He knows some stuff.
I was gonna literally jump into this episode like, I guess this is gonna be a quick one, guys. But seriously.
Yes. I kind of felt that too, because I was like, not a lot happens in this.
There's only so much we could hold up the talk about the show. Like, they have to give us something to work with.
I know.
Like,
I mean,
remember when she was like walking?
There were servers, maybe? Or wait, was that a YouTube?
I wrote down that it was a darkly lit episode.
It was so dark. Okay, I got to tell you guys about my really great TV. I got it for Black Friday, and it's an OLED TV, and it is brighter than the sun. It is incredible. It is amazing. I am experiencing movies like I've never experienced before. This episode of Silo was so dark that I went back to the home screen on my Apple TV, which is like a purple screen. It's not white. It just has like YouTube and stuff on it. And I was blinded. I have no idea why that episode was so dark. Like, remember, it used to be orange. Everything was orange. This was just like, it's like, I'm sorry, Undressed, but like, it looks like you're in the Silo set right now.
Yeah, I only have one light. Yeah, it was like dark, but at least it like made sense for the story, I guess.
It did, which is why I got over it, but I hate it. Like, I have PTSD from Game of Thrones, where it was like too dark and you couldn't see the dragon fight. I don't love darkly lit. There must be a way where like it's actually dark in the story, but then like the audience at home can perfectly see well and not be
like Bollywood movies.
They need to figure it out
because when they shoot at night. Yeah, with like a blue moonlight, whatever. It looks beautiful. You can even have like colors at night. It's crazy. Hold on, my dog is at the door. Sorry.
Yeah, but it's not just that they're at like that it's nighttime. It's like they're in some freaking hole in the ground that nobody's been alive in for however long, except for Steve Zahn.
Yes. And we did see the word lies written on that window. So I guess that's another question. Who wrote that? When did they write that? And was everybody killed
because wrote it?
Who do we? Oh, like I guess Steve Zahn.
I think where this is going is probably where it's just like every silo eventually leads to revolution, and kind of like, listen, if I was the author, like I would probably be leading to like some kind of like a trying to show how everything is cyclical and everyone, I don't know, society, history, something greater than us. I don't know. That's where I think the story is headed, and that's why I think we have to watch them rebel over and over again.
Oh gosh.
Or maybe we won't. Maybe this is the only time and the other silos are populated, but I doubt it. There's no way.
Maybe she will free all of the silos at once.
Oh, maybe that become like her new mission, is to like,
I guess,
go to every silo and free everyone. Free everyone. And it's like, where do you go? Or just have like a just system in the silo, because we do know that the air is actually toxic.
Yeah. But remember my theory that I thought the spray made you sick?
Yes. Which it still leaves me the question, what does the spray actually do? Because the people, like the leaders of the silo, know that the outside is actually toxic. So what does the spray do? It can't kill them because they're already going to be killed. So what does it do?
I don't know, guys. Was Silo the show where they did like an exchange of the people to get married, and the guy was actually? Oh, I'm thinking of Fallout. Never mind.
I was thinking that too. I was like, damn, this is, now that I've seen Fallout, I'm like, this is really.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Like they sent a guy and
from the other like underground chamber, and then it was also, like a trap.
Yeah, it was. And also I have to correct myself. She was not walking among servers. That was a YouTube video I watched about a bunker that you could buy in Kansas.
It's very similar to this episode of Silo.
Lots of silos, man. Lots of silos.
Huge bunker.
It has a pool.
The silo? Or the bunker?
Oh. Well, it's a silo with 14 units. One of them is on sale for $2.5 million. That's a double. You can get a single.
You see, only the rich are going to survive the apocalypse. That's expensive.
I know where the doors are.
It's terrible.
Oh my god, do you know she just like jimmied that door? I thought these doors were unjimmyable. That woman is the strongest woman alive.
I saw her opening something. Okay, but the door that he's talking about at the end, she ends up not opening the door that he's talking about, right? Right?
He's talking about his door.
Probably not. Okay. So, do we think he is crazy and there's nothing going on behind the door, or like he's actually protecting her because of some shit behind the door? What do we think it is?
A lot of childhood trauma, and he's kind of like acting on that now.
Oh.
You know, like, hey, don't touch this door.
I mean, that's his bubble. Even if he's a psycho killer, that's his bubble.
Childhood.
The only place he feels safe anymore is right there, and he doesn't feel safe with anybody else.
Extreme agoraphobe, then, is what you're saying?
Sure. I mean, in a sense, like every character in Silo is like that, but since he's like the only one in this particular silo that we know of.
And we don't know how long he's been alone.
Yeah.
He's been alone for maybe like years and years and years. That's crazy that he's still alive and didn't off himself.
How old do you think those bodies were?
They looked pretty old.
That's a great question.
I'm telling you, my theory is that he might be the kid. So this could be decades old, but I don't know. It's just a concept.
Yeah. All right.
Do we have any more? I also wish he walked around more. That would have given us more content.
Yeah. I just like, I don't know. I mean, maybe because it was so active, she's like, I can't really see anything in here, so there's nothing for me to marvel at, but I wanted more of like a, holy shit, there's another silo in my existence reaction. Like, it felt a bit too normal for me. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Does anybody have any other thoughts or questions? This might be our shortest after show ever.
They did not give us a lot to work with.
I wouldn't say the show is bad just because of one episode, but
yeah, I'm gonna give it leeway for being a starter. I'm gonna give it a lot of grace because it's the first episode. But from here on out, they really better kind of up the story for me. Because
maybe they needed 2 years instead of 1. Maybe we're learning a lesson.
Oh, don't encourage I hate it. Don't encourage it.
I'd rather have a bad episode fast than good episodes.
Episode.
Oh man, okay. I'm not sure if I agree with that.
I don't know. You rather have a bad episode fast? Like you want this?
No, personally, I don't care. I can watch other shows or live my life, but
I don't get how that doesn't get to you. Waiting. I know y'all have been waiting 3 years for Severance.
How are you surviving? A really long time.
January.
How are you surviving? How are you not mad?
I only had one serious bout with depression about it, and then I just got over it. No, I just watch other shows or like sports or something, or talk to my family and friends.
I know
what are you guys watching right now?
I told you guys. I ended up watching The Jack with Eddie Redmayne, which when I was first checking it out, I was like, I don't know if I could buy him in this assassin role. Eddie Redmayne, bleh. But then I saw it, and it's not just him killing people because he has to be like a chameleon. He has to like pretend to be other people. And then he has to be a liar. Like he's lying to his wife and kid. Crazy that in the sense think he can have a wife and kid. So yeah, my mom and I were really into it. So now we're waiting for Thursday for the next episode. So yeah, I'm watching Jackal right now.
You know what would really stink is if Severance came back after 3 years and it wasn't very good. That's what I'm a little worried about. Because the first season was so good, and the season finale was great. The season finale was, I've said this a few times, but I think it was perfect in terms of like, it answered every question you wanted answered from season 1, but it also like set up a bunch of great potential for season 2. So
is that show going to come out in one hit?
I don't know. Probably not, because it's also Apple TV.
Apple.
Yeah.
We're reviewing an Apple show right now.
I know, I was gonna say we're reviewing Apple.
The only Apple TV show I've ever like really fallen in love with is Severance. I feel like every other one is a little bit flawed, at least.
I saw it twice. Better the second time.
But I have noticed a trend with Apple. They do a lot of the sci-fi shows. Like a lot of their shows are sci-fi based, which is interesting. I don't know what that means.
I like that. Maybe they're the only ones with money to do it.
Possibly.
It's Apple.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm watching Don Da Don, and I really like the dub, and it's very fun. It's about a boy who likes aliens and a girl who's into ghosts, and they get together, and then things happen. It's very good. Dun, 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 dun.
Is that on Netflix or like a Crunchyroll on Netflix? Okay.
It's on Netflix, and it comes out in English when it comes out in Japanese. So you don't have to read subtitles if you don't want to.
Mm-hmm. I'm just quickly looking up because I follow some other pods. I see my boys at Benchtown are also covering Silo, and their episode is 50 minutes. I'm excited to see what they talk about.
Great, cool for them.
There's no way they don't just like talk about their personal lives and shit. I don't know. Who
I feel like I'm in a silo.
But they're like, oh, my wife. I mean, it have to be those types of people.
Boomers.
I think they look like they're like our age, possibly.
All right.
If you guys had to live in a silo,
a lot of adult things to talk about in our lives, I'm sure.
Would you like to live at the bottom or the top of the silo?
Well, obviously, like the top get like the best things, right?
Is that how it works?
Right?
I don't know. It's colder at the bottom.
If you're at the bottom, you gotta like be an engineer. You gotta be like working.
What about the middle?
The middle.
You gotta go up and down for everything.
I remember some of these characters hadn't even gone to either levels for years. So it's like you may not even ever cross paths with people in the silo, which is insane.
That makes sense.
Because it's too many stairs.
Like I live next to 3 Publixes, and I have not been to one of those Publixes ever, even though it is equidistant from all the other Publixes.
There you go. You'd probably never leave the floor of your silo. I feel like that would be you.
I would never leave.
And
me personally, I love isolation.
And then I would try to go to every floor, but then I'd be like, I just don't have time to go to like the 90th floor.
You'd have the biggest legs of anyone in the silo. Just big legs.
I don't have that kind of time. And then I would just be online.
I would explore, but it wouldn't be a frequent thing. Like maybe when I first moved to my floor, I'd be like adventurous and like social. But then like as I'm getting more settled in my job and my home, I'm not gonna like visit the other floors that much. But I like it would be a thing like as I first move in thing. For sure.
There's definitely like a floor out there that people are like, I just want to move to the 34th floor. It's so good. It's so good up there.
They get all the best things.
You've got 3 Publixes, and I would probably only need to go to 2.
But Melissa, I too would explore it first. I would go check everything out and then never leave. Never leave wherever I choose.
Yeah, because it's kind of like how like it works in.
Wait, there's no elevator?
Is there no that was a control.
There's no elevators, no.
There was no elevator on purpose.
That's the reason.
I don't remember that.
But... Yeah, remember like they don't know like certain things actually exist. Like they don't know ocean, stars, and then like there was a toy that she found that she was like, "What is this?" It was like I guess it showed like the mechanics of things going up and down, and like it's like forbidden. That's right. There are forbidden relics that they don't know anything about.
It's just more reason to want
because I guess they
live
don't
in the middle of it.
Relics would fall down the bottom. You got to go to the bottom. It's all about the bottom.
You can hear stuff from the people on the bottom. You don't have to travel too far. You can go up top, hear their stories. That's my perspective.
The middle sounds you're it's like everything is all right and perfect, right? I get you.
I think so.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. I'd be like, I know a lot of people from the top. I know a lot of people from the bottom. I'm a middle silo guy.
So you'd be in the middle. I think it depends on like what my job would be. Cause like I'm not an engineer like Juliet. I can't do that stuff. I don't want to be down deep.
I feel like the hospital would be in the middle.
There's got to be multiple, right? How many people live in each silo?
I would think
or at least
so.
the main
Isn't it like
silo.
hundreds?
I'm scared to Google it because I'll get spoiled.
Yeah, I don't want to read spoilers. I can't dive.
Probably more than hundreds. Let me see.
We can't fill 50 minutes without
We
Goofy.
can't. But I'm so proud of us that we have filled half an hour. I'm proud of us. Because of that.
Content for you, the people.
Yes, and please join us.
10,000 people live in the silo, by the way.
That's a lot.
I knew hundreds was way too little.
That's
it's a whole community.
Yeah, but a silo's not that big, is it?
Apparently it is.
Let me tell you, one of those 14 units was really big.
I guess, but they also remember they need permission to procreate. Like I think there's like a number. Is it like the lotto or something? Yeah.
So probably like around 10,000 is their limit, or if they're smart, like 15,000. Give themselves some room for error.
10,000.
I'm having like the worst time not thinking of Fallout because I saw that show far more recently. I didn't finish it. I didn't enjoy it. I don't know how it ends.
You didn't even finish the show and you're thinking about it?
Because like, it's similar.
Yeah, they were in a silo.
They're in a silo? I haven't seen it.
I mean, they're in an underground bunker thing, and they have much smaller communities. Like those are like dozens of people in a community.
But like the first episode has like it opens like in a field of like corn in the silo. Like it looks the same.
Oh, it looks similar.
Kind of.
Same aesthetic.
Yeah, it does have that.
Alrighty, let's bid farewell to the peoples. You guys can join us here every Sunday for the next I forgot how many episodes this is.
It's 10? A lot. It's like 10 weeks.
10? Okay.
Yeah, Christmas in the silo.
It's a little. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Hopefully, these subsequent episodes give us a lot more to dive in on and discuss and debate. And leave me your comments at the bottom with your rating if you're watching this in the future.